To quote the scholar and political theorist John Shah, the future is not a result of choices among alternative paths offered by the present, but a place that is created. Created first in the mind and will, created next in activity. The future is not some place we are going to, but one we are creating. From the schoolboy dreaming of big adventures to the scientist envisioning groundbreaking discoveries, we all care to imagine what the future will bring. Many people have attempted to predict the future, others to mould and control it. But what do we really know of the future? How does the past inform it? And what educated guesses can we make about the shape of things to come? To discuss these questions and more, I'm joined by Stephen Merchant, award-winning writer and graduate of the University of Warwick.
Hello.
And Karl Pilkington, fucking mong.
Alright.
One prediction for the future, Karl, is from an academic study, what the world will be like in about 75 years from now. And a big prediction they're sort of sure of is that androgyny will rule. There'll be so little difference between men and women, apart from the biology, economically, socially. It won't matter who the biggest breadwinner is, that's already being phased out. If you're in a traditional heterosexual male-female couple, it'll be who stays home, who earns the most or whatever. It won't be governed by gender, and that's getting less and less anyway, as it is now. But soon you won't even need a female or a man in your life, you'll just need the egg or sperm. And you'll be able to have any coupling you want, or not. Thoughts, Karl?
That isn't what I've heard.
What were you heard?
I heard that.
So you read an academic study, Rick, but let's find out what Karl's been reading.
I heard we're all gonna go ugly.
Different point though, isn't it? That's a
completely
different point.
That. Not listening to a word Ricky said.
No, it's just if we all sort of go ugly, that will sort the population
He
problem
gets an
out.
extra syllable in the word ugly. 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 Ugly.
Yeah. So that just sorts the population out because people aren't sort of having it away left, right and centre.
Well, no, then that doesn't sort of, what do you mean?
Sorry, Rick, I don't understand what the hell he said there.
Are you saying, because everyone's ugly, everyone won't want to have it away more with the ugly person?
Yeah.
Okay, I still don't. You seem to understand what he's talking about, Rick. I'm still confused.
But what he thinks is that if we're all ugly, then we still have this strange paradigm of beauty that won't exist, so we won't fancy anyone as much.
No, they'll still sort of fancy, because at the end of the day we're animals, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we'll still have it away, but not as much as they'd like to do now, because it's all based on looks.
Sorry, but what's this got to do with what
What's
Ricky
this world
said?
like? Describe a typical town or country
It's
setting.
exactly right. Imagine London, you've still got the gherkin, you've still got the big wheel. It's just everyone's ugly.
Right, and they're doing all the same jobs, are they?
Everyone's still, the world's got to carry on.
What do they look like? What's ugly?
Just imagine, like, have you ever seen anyone when you've just gone, look at that?
Yeah.
Right, well, like that.
Yeah, but hold on. It's ugly by today's standards, is it? So I throw forward to 75 years, you'll go, oh, everyone's what we call ugly. But what's happened to society? What do they think of everyone? They won't suddenly go in, oh, isn't it annoying, we've got uglier. Because it's not like
because we have got better looking, haven't we? If I look back now at a school photo, you look at my class and you go, what was going on then? You can't tell the difference between some of the girls and the blokes.
No, but that's not true. Because
it is, honestly. You
that's
look at
fashion
it and you
and
see
nutrition. And I see that, when I see an old episode of Bullseye, I think, Jesus, the men look like rakes with no teeth and a moustache, and they're bald with their hair down like a paedophile, and he goes, now how old are you? And I thought, 52, 50, he goes, I'm 22. He said, what?
Yeah, but that's more because of the sort of people that used to go on Bullseye. I mean, Paul Newman was never going to pop on Bullseye.
No, exactly.
Because he was actually a plumber from, Essex.
And then think of the people that he grew up with, some of them live in holes now.
Yeah.
So, I don't think the class of Pilkey 1982 doesn't really count. When he said, we've got better looking, I thought he was going to talk about cavemen, not his school photo. I mean, what happened there? There's been no evolution in that time. What are you talking about, Karl?
We've got better looking now, haven't we?
I wonder if he's confused it with the paradigms of of beauty have changed, haven't they? So in the 50s, Marilyn Monroe was considered, you know, very desirable, whereas that body shape on women, more recently has become less, you know, there's lots of skinny women are seen as a paradigm of beauty. But, so that has maybe changed.
But we will change.
Yeah, we'll
probably
change.
not in 75 years.
I mentioned before about your little finger. There'll come a time when that'll go. I've watched it. I've kept an eye on what my little finger's doing. Sometimes it does nothing. It never helps out. All the others are grabbing older stuff. That one just sort of sits there watching. So you could get rid of that, and I think that will go in evolution.
Think of the books he could have read when he was doing that, when he was monitoring his little finger.
I've been watching my little finger. But again, it's what you mean. Like 75 years is nothing. The only thing that changes in 75 years is trend, fashion, economics. The gene pool doesn't change unless there's been some sort of really weird mutation due to an external force. That I don't know. For things of science fiction where we all accidentally drank plutonium and got 3 eyes and 1 leg. It doesn't happen that fast. I've told you before, if you shaved a caveman, he's basically us. He's basically us.
Well, he's basically Carl.
yeah. But, you know, the little finger will be, let me tell you, millions of years.
I think what's more interesting about the future, Carl, is the fact that technology integrated with humans will be fascinating. So, for instance, they're talking, you know, about the fact that in the future we may even be able to have chips in our head that allow us to access the internet or an equivalent of it directly, mentally.
So imagine that. To say, not French fries.
But hang on though, at what point are we us then?
Yeah, this is good.
Go on.
No, because if I can go on the internet at any time, then that's going to know more than me.
What does that mean?
Okay.
When I don't know an answer to something now, which is a lot of stuff.
Really?
Go on.
I watch University Challenge, and the stuff them kids on that know. I was just thinking, where have they stored that? Where's that gone in their head? How have they left that somewhere, and it's just sat there waiting to be used? For me, if something doesn't get used within a time period, that's it.
But again,
it's forgotten about.
Okay, that's application and training and all that.
I think
But basically, you've got about the same hardware as those people.
Honest to God, I haven't. I know I haven't.
Your brain capacity
it's not the same as theirs. It's not the same.
Well, you might not be what's considered as academically intelligent as them, but again, an awful lot of it is, you know, nurture more than nature. Your brain's good. Your brain is up there. Don't worry about that.
Well, it isn't. But listen, so what I'm saying is, if I want to know the answer to something, I go on the internet.
Yeah, right.
Now, if I've got a chip in my head with Google on it, I'm never going to use my head. I'll just be forever on Google.
I'm never going to use my head!
Well, I'm not, because what's the point?
Your head is, though?
Because I'm going to get it wrong. The chances are I'll get it wrong, so divert that. It's like saying...
No, you can't bypass the brain straight to Google. When you're having a chat socially, it's not like they're going, all right, Carl, how are you? And you're not there. You're asleep, and Google's talking. I think you'll find that they're...
only do you want to see naked ladies?
No, only for questions, though, that I don't know. But what I'm saying is, because I don't know a lot of the answers, I'll just say, forget it, leave it connected to Google. So then I'm not me anymore.
Well, what are you doing? Where's you gone?
I'm looking at Google.
So it is you.
No, but what Steve just said is, we'll have a chip in our head.
Right.
That can access the internet.
Right.
So why bother using
But you're still the go-between. You, Carl, are the go-between between the internet and whatever your mouth says.
You can't beat the internet.
Yes,
you can't. It knows everything.
No, you're accessing the information like it was part of your brain capacity, but you're still processing and using that information.
But hold on, where does Google get the information from in the first place?
Someone one of them bright people on University Challenge has put it on.
Yeah, a human being.
So, but I'm going to get lazier. I don't watch University Challenge and go, I want to be like them, I'm going to start reading books. I've accepted I'm never going to be like them. I can't play along. All I tend to do is I say to Suzanne, right, to every question now, I'm going to have egg as the answer. And I'm hoping that one day...
What an amazing game! What an amazing intellectual pursuit that is!
What a lucky lady.
What does Suzanne say to that?
Well, she just sees if it works. She just plays along, and then I'm saying, oh, it might be this one or whatever.
I love that, because I remember once, it was about 5 years ago, Carl Suzanne around near Christmas, and me and Jane were there. We were playing different parlour games, like charades and that. And then one game, you have to do that thing where you have to beat, and you have to do animals, and you have to go. First one is A, then B. So you say aardvark, next one goes beaver, next one goes cat. It came to Carl, he panicked, and he went egg.
And he was on egg. So you're sat there watching University Challenge, and on a good night, it's, you know, well-known jeweller of Fabergé's, well-known for his jewel-encrusted egg. Humpty Dumpty is commonly pictured as a living egg.
That's
sometimes
if you keep saying the same thing, eventually, it's like a broken watch.
Carl Pilkington's head looks like hay.
Yeah.
I've just got more chance of getting it right.
Sure.
But also, he told me when he plays University Challenge, he said he's given up ever trying to get an answer. So now he tries to guess who's going to answer the question. Another great game. Suzanne's roped in on. Unbelievable. How do you do with that?
That's not.
I'm normally all right on that.
Normally all right.
There's got to be something else.
There's another evolution thing though. When you watch brainy people on that, or wearing glasses,
yeah.
What does that tell you? We are reading too much. We're wearing the eyes out. And that you can't argue with that because the evidence is there.
Can.
Most people on University Challenge, which is a quiz show if people don't have that in the country. It's the brainiest quiz of all time, and to be honest, I don't know why they don't go on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire or something, because they'll get a better prize than what do they win on University Challenge?
Because they'll be stitched up by a question of who's in Hollyoaks. It will be yeah.
Well, that's the snobbery as well.
It'll be what character does Andy Lincoln play in this life, and they won't get it, and you'll go egg, and you'll be correct.